I am live. I am live. I am live. I'm live. Hey, listen, if you're going to be watching this on the replay, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell so you can get reminders of every single time I go live. Listen, I'm going to be changing we're having a bit of a slight change of focus on this channel. As far as I'm concerned, I want to be focusing on where we're going as men, not where we've come from. You know, there's a brilliant scripture in the Bible whereby a family was crossing the river. I think it was the River Jordan, though don't quote me on that. And I think it's somebody's wife. I can't remember who, so I'm not going to pretend as if it slipped my memory. But anyway, she looked back, and what happened to her? She turned to stone. She looked back and she turned to stone. So what I want to be focusing on now on this channel going forward is really not the sorry situation in the West that we're trying to get away from, or that we're talking about, that we're trying to, for want of a better phrase, trying to warn, tell, teach modern independent women about. No, I want to focus on the welfare and well-being of Black men, or just men in general, going forward. So this channel going forward is going to specifically focus on that. And one of the big things is about understanding, guys, that our lives, our communities are actually worldwide, global. They're global, all right? I'm talking about men of means, just basically just guys that are, that have assets and can liquidate some of their assets in order to move on. Can liquidate some of their assets in order to move on. What are we talking about? I'm talking about buying property and literally having a vision to move out of the West, I think that's really, really important. And so this channel is going to really focus on that. For the last few streams, you've probably noticed that I've been focusing on property, apartments and houses in Africa, specifically in Ghana. And I'm going to carry on doing that for the next few streams. We're going to be looking at other African countries as well. But what we're going to do, we're going to focus in on Ghana, focusing on property, that's apartments, houses of varying amounts of dosh. We're going to do that. Also going to focus on the general, what it is to actually live in Ghana generally day to day. So we're going to focus in on that as well. And so, again, why are we doing this? Because why? We all know what it's like as men in general and Black men in particular, living, existing, and the phrase is for most of us existing as, some of us got to say it, wage slaves. Even if we're professional men and we've got, we earn a good salary or we've got a business and all the rest of it, trying to find a decent relationship in the West, in the UK, is nigh on impossible for most men in general, and definitely for Black men in particular. So this channel is about, hey, guess what? There's a life to be had elsewhere. There's a life to be had elsewhere. There's a beautiful, brilliant, gorgeous life to be had elsewhere. And that is going to be the focus. And one of those things really has to be purchasing property, or at least making investments. And one of the things that I understand is investing in property, from my grandfather right the way down. And so that's an area that I understand and I'm interested in it. All right. And let's face it, as I said before, if we're thinking about moving on, then we have to be thinking about, where we're going to live. And rather than chuck away money renting, I've always thought that it's better to actually buy where you live. And when you're not there, you can Airbnb it, you can rent it out, you can do what the hell you want because it's yours. All right. So that's going to be the general focus of this channel going forward, for black men to be, or to be helping black men in general, but black men in particular, whether you're a married black guy or not, to be focused on where you're going and to be moving on to a place that actually offers you a better state of mind, a better mental state of mind. Again, if you've been watching my channel, you would have seen that I've highlighted research that actually says, you know what, black men's mental health in black countries, i.e. the Caribbean and the African continent, is the same as it is for white people in Europe. Those of you that don't know, black people experience higher rates of mental ill health in white countries than we do in African countries or the Caribbean. That's not me saying it. It's on the Mind website, M-I-N-D website. Go and check it out. Read it for yourself. This is, it's not about me, you believe in me. Go and read it for yourself. Do your own research. So offering, a better state of mind, a better mental state of mind. And as far as I'm concerned, one of the most important things you've got that you should really be looking after is your mental state, your brain, your mind. Better quality of life as well. Most of us, a third of our wages goes towards paying your mortgage. So if you can get a lovely house and be able to work or run a business in a lovely hot climate, right, for less than the price that you would pay for a house in the UK, definitely in London, which is what we're going to be looking at today, then why not give it a thought? Why not give it a thought? It's not for everyone. Moving abroad is not for everyone. Moving to the African continent is definitely not for everyone, because a lot of us are still filled with this old concept of Africa that we've grown up watching on the BBC or on ITV or on some other European controlled TV station. And it does not, that view of the African continent isn't correct. Let's put it like that. It's incorrect. It's a lie. Okay? Talking specifically to black men here. And if you don't believe me, go and look for yourself. But anyway, look, let's crack on. So I've actually got a selection of houses for you today. And so I will change the thumbnail, because what we're going to be looking at are houses under 288,000 British pounds. 288. Why am I saying 288,000 pounds? Because in the UK, the average house price is for a 3-bed house is 288,000 quid, right? That is the average house price in the UK, for the whole of the UK. In London, you are not going to find even a studio flat for £288,000. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going to find a studio flat in London for 288,000 quid. It's not going to happen. All right. So I thought, hey, you know what? Let's start at £288,000. Most of the property you're going to be seeing today are going to be way under that. Right. But I thought, let's look at some houses. Let's look at some nice houses in, guess where? In East Legon. There's only one that we're going to look at that's a little bit away from East Legon, but everything you're going to see today is going to be in East Legon, right? Houses, 3 and 4 bed houses. Most of these houses have got, every bedroom's got en suites. I want you to look at the size. I want you to look at, the ones that have got swimming pools. Or even if they've not got swimming pools, they're going to be a brilliant price. Look at the square footage, if it's listed, and compare it to where you live. Right? Compare it to where you live. Now, remember, this is about men that have the means to relocate, work, set up a business, work remotely, all of that good stuff. If you're a traveler, then you can be renting it out. You can be putting it on Airbnb. Later on, probably not in this stream, but in streams that I'm going to be doing coming up, we're going to be looking at the things like the nightlife, all of those bits and pieces. But without further ado, let's bring up the first unit. Okay, let's bring up the first unit. Okay, so you can see it there. Let's have a little look at this. You know the drill. We did it on the last stream. So let's have a little look at this one. Okay, so hopefully you can see that. Let me check. Yep, you can. I am nice and small. Right, okay, so this is a property for 1,536,000 Ghana cedis. Let's have a little look to see exactly how much that is in British pounds. So those of you that understand at the moment that the Ghana cedi is, in fact, let's drop that down. You can see it there. Actually, you know what? I'll tell you it, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how I'm working it out. All right. So let's do that conversion. So that is so 1,536,000 Ghana cedis is 99,323 pounds. So bear that one in mind. 99,323 pounds. That's what that is, because it's 15 Ghana cedis, or 15.4 actually Ghana cedis to the pound. Have I got that right? Let me look at that again. Yes, yeah, that is roundabout correct. I think I will check it later on. But anyway, look, let's have a look at this property. Let's have a good look at this property. Let's have a real good look at this property. Let's get to the right place. Let's move it on. Yeah, here we go. Right, okay. So you can see the property there. This is from a developer. I'm sure we'll come across the name of the developer a bit later on. Oh, is that it? Neon Acres Limited. Neon Acres Limited. So that's the name of the developer. Let's make it nice and big actually. So this is an electric gate, slides to the right. All right. So the only problem with, I don't know, so, you got to really wonder sometimes, because when you look at property websites, why can't these people actually put photographs the right way round? So if you can stand to turn your head to the left, right, then you can see it. But this one was such a good property, I just thought, even though the pictures were put in a stupid fashion, I still thought it was actually worth looking at. All right. And I love the way they do their banisters in these a lot of these homes. All right. So let's just go through it. Now sorry about this, but you got to turn your head to the left or to the right, depending on your screen. But just look at the ceiling. I love these ceilings, the recessed lights, pretty much floor to ceiling windows. So that's a whole wall letting in natural light. And remember, you're in Africa, so you're going to be getting a whole heap of natural light. And don't worry about the heat, because this is obviously got air conditioning throughout. Gorgeous tiles. You cannot look, if you live in the UK, a lot of people in the UK still have carpet because it's freezing cold. You cannot walk on bare floorboards, or well, I suppose you can walk on bare floorboards, but it's going to be cold, especially now in the height of winter. Yeah. So in the UK, people have got carpet, but there's no way on earth, right? You're not going to be going into very many houses in Ghana or any place in Africa where they're going to have carpet. It's not going to happen, right? Anyway, this is a new build, right? So basically everything in it, all the fixtures and fittings are gorgeously new. So that's a lovely toilet. And remember, this is a property, as you'll see later on, that's all en suite. Every bathroom's got en suite. All right. With this one, I think they're still finishing it off. Don't quote me on that. But you can generally see that it's brand new. The fixtures and features are all brand new. I love these ceilings. I can't get enough of these ceilings. I really wonder why they don't do them I've never seen these ceilings in the UK. So it's all the detail. Now remember, right, £99,000 for let's just go through it very quickly. Sorry about that. Sorry about the pictures. Air conditioning throughout. So that's the property. Right now, this is it's a 3-bed house, 4 bedrooms. So 3-bed house, 4 bathrooms. Yeah, obviously 3 en suites and 1 just communal bathroom, if you like. It's a new build, right? So it's got air conditioning. Apparently, it comes. Well, I suppose it's a fitted kitchen, so it's going to come with a microwave, prepaid meter, balcony or balconies. Did I not see 2? Maybe I'm wrong. It's got 1 side balcony. Is that not a balcony on top of the house? Maybe I'm incorrect. Okay, dining area, kitchen cabinets, kitchen shelf, pop ceiling. All right, so that's what you call it. So that's called a pop ceiling, right? I've just learned something. Tiled floors, fitted wardrobes. All right. This is in USD. So 120,000 US dollars, which is 99,000 pounds. 3-bedroom house in a mini gated community. Right. All right. So that's a gated. I didn't realize that. All right, so that's a gated community. So there may or may not be a small service charge with this property. If just like the UK, if you buy a property in a gated community or an apartment in an apartment building, there usually is a service charge. So when you go to buy it, your job is to inquire as to how much that service charge is going to be. Okay. AC in all rooms, CCTV camera, automated gate, electric fence. Is that does that mean that the fence is electrocuted? All right, okay, so that's good. So that's good security. Oh, you let me just check you're actually seeing this. Yeah, you are. Good. Okay. All right. So that means right, a gated community. Yeah, gated community, electric fence. So security is good. And it's got an open plan kitchen. It's got an open plan kitchen. So that is so for the money, right? For 99,000 quid, right? You're getting a 3-bed brand new house with really decent fitted features in East Legon. So for those of you that do not know East Legon is one of the prime areas in Accra, Ghana. That's what East Legon is. East Legon, if you don't know it and you're coming from the UK, East Legon is the equivalent somewhere like Belsize Park or Hampstead or some place like that. Greenwich, various parts of Greenwich around the Greenwich Common. East Legon is just like that. So it's a nice area. I've stayed in East Legon. Me and the wife stayed in East Legon, I think the year before lockdown. We stayed in an Airbnb. Or was it one? I can't remember now. Maybe it was 1 or 2 different Airbnbs in East Legon. The area is gorgeous. Gorgeous restaurants, really nice bars. It is a nice place to stay. I'd say East Legon, Cantonment, Airport region. There's lots of areas in Accra that are just really, really nice. And East Legon is definitely one of those. So this is a house in one of the best parts of Accra for £99,000. And you can see that word there, this all-important word. I'll make it bigger. It is negotiable, right? It is negotiable. What does that mean? It means that basically don't go in at £99,000. Don't go in at £99,000. If you need to get a Ghanaian friend to negotiate for you, right, in order to get the best price, do that. Listen, at 99,000 quid, you could probably remortgage your house in the UK and buy this cash, right, and get a better deal. You could go in at something like 85,000 with a view to getting it for 90. Seriously, make brazen offers. That's what you've got to do. That's what you've got to do. So this one is for 99,000 quid. Personally, I think it's a brilliant deal. I think it's a brilliant deal. The one next to it's just been built. So this is a small gated community, brand new. You're pretty much, well, this one's finished, but so it's not completely buying off plan. No doubt this developer would have other properties just like this or similar to this. All right. Neon Acres Limited, if you want the name of the agent. And just remember, It's all about doing your own due diligence. Do not buy anything unless you're going to be using a solicitor, preferably one based that operates between your country and Ghana. That operates between your country, wherever you live, and Ghana. Personally, I hear about people buying property, buying land without a solicitor. I personally would never do it. I personally would never do it. I wouldn't recommend it. I'd recommend doing your due diligence, having a decent solicitor, lawyer, conveyancing solicitor, and do it through them. So if it goes belly up, guess what? They are liable. Right? They are liable. They are liable. You do your due diligence, right? And they are liable to do theirs. Right, so do it properly, guys. Anyway, we'll come to the whole thing about due diligence and what you got to look out for and those bits and pieces a little bit later on. Okay. So what we're going to do now, right, is look at the second property. So let me bring that one up. Let's do that, and let's find that second property. Now, so what I'm doing, I'm going up in price range. That is what I'm doing. All right. So let's do that, and hopefully let's add it in. Right, cool. Okay, have I done that right? You know what? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it going up in price. Let's just look at the property. Sure. Sure. Okay, so this one is a lot more expensive, although not that much more expensive, but you can see already it's a new build. And that great gaping hole in front of the property is for a pool, right? So this one's going for what's that? 4,560,000 Ghana cedis. Sounds like a lot, doesn't it? But let's see how much that one is. I'm just putting it into my currency converter. And what I tell you, you know what? Let me do this, right? Let's drop this down just for a minute. Let's do that just for a sec, right? And let me just bring up the currency converter. Let's do that. So you can see, and obviously these things are just all over the internet. If you just type in currency converter on the web, right, there are loads of these that you can just use to quickly see how much Ghana cedis are in USD or pounds. All right. So what I normally do, I normally simply grab. Whoops, let me just get to the right one. I normally simply grab the figure, right, from the property website, and then I normally, I've got so many tabs open at the moment, do forgive me. I normally just plonk it in here, paste it in. All right. And it just normally it just pops up. So in British pounds, that property that I showed you is £295,000. Now, you're going to say to me, yeah, but that's more than 2,000, it's more than 288,000 pounds, the average house price in the UK. I know that, but offer them a deal, right? Offer them a deal. Offer them a deal. If you offer them a deal, right, more often than not, right, you'll be able to get that for way less than 295. Way less than 295. Go in at about 240. Literally, just a cheeky offer. Go in at about 240, probably even less. Go in at a low offer and barter, haggle, and get used to haggling. Get used to haggling. Listen, if you go to any country, or just even in the UK, right, to be quite honest with you, right, get used to haggling for everything and learn to enjoy it. Learn to enjoy haggling, right, for everything. Don't worry about it. Learn to enjoy the barter process. I guarantee you will get this house for less than this. You will get this house for less than that. By the way, look at the exchange rate, right? So £1 gives you 15.4 Ghana cedis. £1 gives you this. That's what it gives you. And this is what makes not only Ghana, but a lot of African countries really attractive for moving to, for emigrating to. Let's be clear about it, all right? This is what makes Ghana, West Africa, but not just West Africa, a lot of the African continent attractive for us men to actually move to. It's not just about the lovely women. it's actually what you're going to get for your for your pound or your dollar. All right. Anyway, right. Okay. Let's get back to the property. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop this down. Let's remove that. Stop sharing that, and let's bring up that property. I wonder if I should. Nah, let's just bring it up. Let's just bring up that one that we were just looking at. Let's go back and find it. There we go. Right, okay, I'm going to add this one back in. Right, brilliant. Right, okay, so, let's have a really good look at this one. All right, let's have a really solid look at this. Let me find it again. It's really not good to have so many tabs open, guys. It really doesn't. Right, okay, where is it? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Where's it gone? Right, cool, this one. Right, okay, so you can see it's got a swimming pool. And I love the fact that it's got this, I don't know what you call it, but this house is built, or part of this house, actually, because it's huge. Part of this house is built on stilts, right? It's got a lovely, gorgeous balcony there. It's got two balconies. It's got one balcony here. Hopefully you can see that. Let me just check that you can actually see it. Cool. So it's got a lovely balcony here. There's a door here. And the door, it looks, unless I'm incorrect, maybe I'm incorrect, but anyway, it's got another balcony there. It might even have a wraparound balcony. This is a nice house. That's what this is. It's a gorgeous house. And I am sure that this is also part of the house here as well, right? But let's have a look. Right, so this is a huge house. This is also part of the house here. All of this. This is the entrance. Going in, you've got another entrance there to the swimming pool, right? This is a big house. So for the cost of a house, the average house in the UK, look how much house you're getting in East Legon Hills. So East Legon Hills, I didn't notice the hills bit. East Legon Hills is about 20 minutes by car, right? Away from East Legon. East Legon Hills is not the same as East Legon, but it's still an up-and-coming area. It's a gorgeous area. I've never been to East Legon Hills, but I've done a lot of research around it. It's a nice area. It's a nice area, and you get more for your money. And as I said, it's only 20 minutes away from East Legon, if that, right, by car, the way that I drive, right? And I've never driven in Ghana, right? But, yeah. Yeah. I recommend you get a 4x4. That is what I recommend. All right. But, I shouldn't say that because the roads are improving in Ghana. And the main road coming down from East Legon Hills into the city, right, is a decent road as well. It's a good road. But you can see what you get. This is a beautiful interior. This is gorgeous. Listen, guys, you're not going to get anything like this in the UK for £288,000. It's just not going to happen. It ain't going to happen. And look at the floor space. Look at this floor space and the natural light. Look at the natural light. Look at the natural light, people. Brothers, look at the natural light. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that swimming pool looks like it's a decent, you can see a slope there, right? So newly built. Looks to be fairly deep there. This is a nice pool. Nice. And I'll be honest, right? I am not a gardener. My wife loves the garden. I am not a gardener. My mum used to love the garden. I am not a gardener. I don't dislike gardening, but I love this because it's low maintenance. Right? This is low maintenance. I mean, personally, if it was down to me, I'll put plastic flowers around there. I'll put plastic flowers around there, man. That's what I'll do. The plants would just be plastic. Right. But you can just hire a gardener to come and do that. Or just, if the wife wants to do it, that's cool. But for me, nah, I'm not doing it. I'm using this outside space to simply relax. Right. Let's have a look. For me, It would all be about just deck chairing it and chilling. Barbecue, deck chair, you know, or whatever chair, lounge chair, whatever they call it, and chill. that is, you know, that's me for 288,000 British pounds, which wouldn't buy you a shoebox in London. I mean, literally, right? You're not even getting, you're getting nothing in London. Look how big this place is for the money. Look at that. Look at this lovely window here. Look at it in East Legon. It's crazy. So you're getting two buildings. You're getting this. It looks to me, unless I'm incorrect, you're getting that and this building for that money. I don't think I'm wrong. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's nice. It's just nice. That's a nice house. 4 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, 24-hour electricity. You would hope that, right? Probably got a backup generator more than likely. Air conditioning, balcony, chandelier, kitchen cabinets, kitchen shelf. It would be better if there was more pictures here, but anyway. Dining area, dishwasher, prepaid meter, pop ceiling, tiled floor, wardrobe, fitted wardrobe. 4-bedroom house with a pool on 1.5 plots. From sale at East Legon Hills, going for 380,000 USD, negotiable again. There you go. So whenever you see that, go in. Go in whenever you see that. 100 square meters property size. So that's fairly big. That is fairly big. So that is a gorgeous house. And remember, that is going for, let's just remind you lot how much it's going for. It's on for £294,000 negotiable, right? So you can definitely get this down. You can definitely get that down to what you want it to be. Brilliant. Good to have you aboard, Lewis. Good to have you aboard, sir. So you can definitely get that down, you know. Definitely get it down, man. This is a nice house. I know I'm going to keep saying it. If I'm really honest with you, I'm going to look at this one myself. That's what I'm going to do. This is a nice house. This is a nice yard. Yard, as my granddad used to say. A nice yard, this ayah. This is a nice house. That's a nice house. Anyway, all right, look, let's move on to the third one. I can salivate over that one when I end the live, basically. So let me drop that lovely lady down. Let's drop her down. Let's drop her down and keep her number, right? Okay, cool. All right, so what I'm going to do, I am going to bring up the next one. Let's bring up the next one. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's look at this one. Yeah, let's look at this one. Okay, so this is a slightly different property, right? This is a different property, but it's worth looking at. I love this, right? It's worth looking at. Now, okay, so this is what they call, and I've not looked at one like this on this channel before, right? This is what they call a duplex, right? Let's just go through it, all right? So this one's on for 3,600,000 Ghana cedis. So let's put it into our currency converter, right? Let's put it into the machine. Right, so it comes up as £233,000, right? Now, remember, the average house price in the UK is apparently at the moment £288,000. House prices in the UK have slowly begun to come down. Interest rates have gone up. I know interest rates in the States have gone up as well. Probably right across the Western world, interest rates have gone up a bit. Which means house prices have basically, in a lot of places, have begun to stabilize. In the UK, the average house price has become, gone down a little bit. But anyway, it's still 288,000 quid, right? And that is, but this house that we're looking at, right, which is 3,600,000 Ghana cedis, is 233,000 quid. That's what it is. So let's have a little look at this, right? So, This is so basically it's a shared pool area, right? Basically, it's in a gated community. There's, I think there's a number of these houses that have been built. So you've got a shared bar, shared bar there, right? Shared pool area. And as I said before, when you get anything like this, just understand that there's going to be a service charge, all right? Now, so the last house we looked at, you had your own pool. No doubt you'd want to hire someone to come and clean it and all the rest of those bits and pieces, unless you want to do it yourself. I mean, in Ghana, you know, a lot of people have maids or you know, that over there they call them house boys. They're not really boys, they're grown men. You hire them to basically look after the house, right? It doesn't really cost a lot to hire somebody like that. You may want to do it yourself if you've got the time. Personally, I'd hire someone to do it, right? But anyway, right, so this particular property has got a bar, it looks like, right? And it's got a lovely pool with, it's a maintained pool, right? Now, this is a gorgeous house. And just remember, right, these are all new builds, right? Now, and for that amount of money, right? How much did I say it was? Just bear that in mind as well. 233,000 quid, right? Bear that in mind as we're looking at the property. This is a brand new property, right? Bear it in mind. Very quickly, right? It's 4-bedroom house, 5 bathrooms. It's a duplex, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but actually no, I'm not going to bother saying that. It's a 24-hour electricity, air conditioning, balcony, chandelier, dining area, en suites for every bedroom, hot water, obviously. I would hope so. Kitchen cabinets, kitchen shelf, microwave, pop ceiling. It's that lovely sort of molded ceiling with recessed lights, prepaid meter, refrigerator, because obviously it's a fitted kitchen, tiled floors, and fitted wardrobe. Show some more of that. 130 square meters. So this is actually the floorage of this house is bigger than the last one, apparently, right? What does that say? 24-hour security, apparently a good road network, tarred road throughout, terms and conditions apply, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, as I said, exquisite 4-bedroom townhouse. Well, okay, so that's a word we use in the UK with 1-bedroom boys' quarters. So that's basically somebody who looks after the grounds, for sale in East Legon, around School Junction. So you can Google that, put it into Google Map, and you will then know pretty much where this house is. It's got a communal swimming pool and a minibar. All right, so this is basically this would make a brilliant Airbnb. This would make an amazing Airbnb, right? And for you to stay there as well when you're when you're in Accra, right? So you can see the lovely ceiling there, gorgeous floors. Look at that, beautiful, right? I'm assuming this is a walk-in closet, right, with an ensuite bathroom. Gorgeous bathroom. And now remember, this is a new build, right? And I'm going to say something else as well, you see this tiling, floor to ceiling tiling costs money. It ain't cheap. It's not cheap. Normally people will just tile around the shower unit, right? And maybe around the hand basin. This is floor to ceiling tiling, man. Right? So it is not cheap. It's not cheap. It's interesting in Ghana, right? As in a lot of African countries, they really like the dark wood. Personally, I don't really like it, right? But it is in a lot of it's a little bit less common in new builds like this. But generally speaking, in Ghana and in other African countries, they really love their dark wood. But this is a nice bathroom. I love the bath. All of the fixtures and fittings, I think they're really, really nice. I think they're brilliant. Could do with a shower screen, but that's just me. But that's a nice bathroom. And remember, every bedroom's got an ensuite. This is the kitchen with a huge fridge. Personally, again, I like electric hobs, but that looks like it's a gas hob. But I prefer, in my house, I've got an electric hob. Remember what I said about the dark wood finishes? So if you look at that door, but it's a small thing, really. So this is gorgeous, really. And look at that floor space. Listen, right? Our whole London house for that amount of money, £288,000, will probably fit in the ground floor, right, of this property. This is huge. It's big. And you can see there the glass side rails as well. The glass banisters going up the stairs, stair banisters. And these lovely, what do they call them? Pop ceilings. Gorgeous. Yeah, so you can see the glass. This is a nice house. And it's good because you've got a view out the window. So basically, this is an estate that's been built by this company, MA Developments. This gorgeous house. For the money, brilliant. That's beautiful, man. And so this is the communal space. You would remember you would pay for this through your service charge, no doubt. But this is beautiful. This is actually really nice for an Airbnb or for yourself. This is a nice place to live. It would be good if on this website they did put the service charge fee. I mean, it wouldn't be a hell of a lot. Probably be something like 100 Ghana cedis a month, which is next to nothing. Yeah, so don't go thinking it's going to be like some extortionate amount of money. The reason why I say about 100 Ghana cedis, because when I looked at Embassy Gardens, that is how. Although, yes, that was an apartment block, but it was, if my memory serves me correctly, it was it's around about 100 Ghana cedis per month, which is nothing. So this is gorgeous. This is actually really nice. That is the minibar. So this property, I think, would be good for you to live in and or to use as an Airbnb. You can make some money out of it. So when you're not in Ghana, I think somewhere like this would be a good investment. Brilliant. Nice. That's a nice property. Let's have a look at that pool again. That's nice. Just don't run around there. You slip and break your neck, right? But no, man, this is a nice place. That is a nice place. That's a nice place. Yes, Lewis, that house is cool. That's a gorgeous place, man, for the money. And again, this is all about looking at what you're getting for the money. That's the thing to sort of hold in your brain. All right. That's the thing to hold in your brain. Right. Okay. Let's drop that lovely property down. And what I'm going to do, without further ado, I'm going to bring up our next one. I am going to bring up, what one should I bring up? Right, let's do, now let's just go in order now, because otherwise I'll just end up confusing myself. Okay, let's bring this property up. Let's just share it. Taking a sip of my herbal tea. Right, okay, so the next one I'm going to bring up is this one. Let me just find it up here. Just get to the right one really, really quick. Guys, I've got a lot to get through, so I'm going to try going a little bit quicker. Come on, where am I? It's that one there. Right, where is it gone? Is it that one? No, it's not. Make sure to get the right one. Is it that one? Nope. Yeah, here we go. Right, okay, so this one is going for 4,440,000 Ghana cedis. And again, can you see that? Negotiable. And what I realize, that negotiable means that these developers are building these places. Maybe they've got to sell them, they've got to get the money out of them. It's a buyer's market. I think that's really what it is. In Ghana at the moment, it's a buyer's market. I think they're not selling these places, which is, there's nothing wrong with that. It just means you can get it means you can go in with an offer. That's what it means. It means you can go in with an offer. So let's see what that looks like in pounds. So I'm going to put it into the currency converter. Let me just make sure that you can actually see it. Cool. Not the currency converter, that you can actually just see the actual property. All right. So let's just Let's do this. Right, okay, so 4,440,000 Ghana cedis is 287,000 British pounds. That's what it is, right? So, and remember, it's negotiable. So more than likely, I think if you pay cash, not that you have to, you can try getting a mortgage. Mortgage rates in Ghana are extortionate, right? So personally, I think it's about selling one of your assets in the UK and simply buying a property out there. If you need to lend money, lend it in England and take the money out and buy somewhere over there. That is what I would recommend. Because interest rates in Ghana are crazy. I think I seem to remember reading somewhere that they're trying to sort that out. But at the moment, it's crazy. Having said that, you do have banks that operate in the UK, operating in Ghana. I saw Barclays Bank in Accra. So if you've got a Barclays account, it might be that you can organize a mortgage through Barclays. Maybe, right? Especially if you've got an asset in the UK that you don't need to sell. It might be that you can remortgage that, take some money out and use that. It might be that you can ask the bank to put a marker on that property in the UK in order to get a mortgage in Ghana. So there's different ways that you can work it so that you're not paying the extortionate interest rate from a lender from a Ghanaian bank in Ghana. That's the point I'm trying to make. All right. So 287,000 British pounds. And remember what I said? In the UK, the average house price is 288,000 pounds. Right. So what we're going to see is just under, if you negotiate, just under the British house price. So let's go through this property really quick. So what you're getting for the money for £287,000 negotiable, you're getting a house in actually it's just this is the second one. I just thought it was a good house, which is why I've included it, but it's just a little way out of East Legon. I think it's about 15 minutes. It's here you go. Actually, no, that's where, yeah. So this is East Legon Hills again, right? So this is another one that's 15 to 20 minutes outside East Legon, but it's a nice house. Let's have a quick look. In fact, what are you getting? What are you getting for the money? So it's a detached house. And remember, for the money, these are all detached houses, right? So you get an air conditioning, a balcony, chandelier, dining area, dishwasher, basically a fitted kitchen, ensuite bathrooms, and one bathroom per bedroom, plus a communal bathroom, a pop ceiling again, microwave, fitted wardrobes, tiled floors, right? Newly built, fully furnished 4-bed house with swimming pool, yeah, for sale at East Legon Hill. So let's have a look at this. I don't think I remember seeing that. Oh yeah, so it's there. Right, so let's go through it. So this is a brand new built house, all right? So you've really got to look at this. Can you see that? This is the bedroom. I didn't notice this before. This is the bedroom, and you've got glass doors going through to the ensuite bathroom. This is like, you got to listen. Why am I doing this stream? I'm doing it so you guys can see what you can get for the money in other countries. In this case, in beautiful, lovely, amazing Ghana, right? And for those of you that don't know, right, people like me that are of Jamaican descent, I've been to Ghana a few times now. Honestly, it feels like a massive Jamaica. It feels like a massive, safe Jamaica. I'm not knocking Jamaica. I love Jamaica too, but we got to be honest about these things, man. Jamaica's gorgeous, right? Jamaica's got the clearest sea and the clearest sky on earth, in my opinion, right? On earth, in my opinion. But honestly, Ghana is like a massive Jamaica, and Jamaica's like a small Ghana, right? But this is beautiful, man. Look at that, right? So you've got glass doors going through to the ensuite bathroom. I have never seen that in my life. I've never seen it. So you could be laying in bed and watching your missus or your woman or your wife or your baby mother. You could be watching her washing. or vice versa. She could be watching you wash, right? That is nice. And I don't know what this is. Some sort of fitted a shelf. I suppose it's just a shelving unit. This is brilliant, man. And you've got a his and hers sink as well. Now remember, look what you're getting for the money, right? This is all about what you're getting for the money, people. That is what this one's all about. This is about what you are getting for the money. Let me just go over here and do this. All right, bear with me. Bear with me, bear with me, bear with me. Let me just have a little look over here. Let me just have a little look over here. Cool. Right, okay, lovely. Yeah, I'm impressed. And we've not even been through the house yet, and I'm impressed with this one. All right, so let's carry on. Right, so everything's new. Obviously, it's a new build house. This is the kitchen, right? So I'm assuming that's a microwave. That's an oven, right? Lots of cupboard space. Wooden. I'd like to see this in the flesh. It's got natural wood cupboards lower. No idea what. Oh, that's the extractor fan. That's the hob here. You've got loads of cupboards up here. This is one of those ones I'd like to see in the flesh because the pictures, in my opinion, are poor. But this is huge. The house is huge. Look, that's the kitchen round there. It's got an open plan living area. This place is big. It's big. It's big. This place is huge. Fitted wardrobe units, massive mirror. The pictures are not great. That's the only little problem. And that's it. Pictures are crap. Right? It says it's got a pool. That's what it said. I'm pretty sure it said it had a pool. That wasn't my imagination, was it? I'm pretty sure it said it had a pool somewhere there anyway. And just make sure. I don't want to be talking nonsense. Where does it say pool? Yes, here we go. Look, swimming pool. So God knows why they didn't put that in the pictures. That is ridiculous. You see, some people can't take decent photographs, right? Some people just don't know how to do it. But anyway, this one's got a swimming pool, right? So you're getting all of that for less than the cost of the average UK house. So in terms of your mental, looking after your mental state, relaxation, all of that. And remember, you're not paying any service charge with this because it's your pool, right? So for less than the cost of a UK house, you're getting a detached 4-bed house, right? With en suites for every bedroom, one communal bathroom, and a swimming pool outside. That's what you're getting. In just outside East Legon, 15-20 minutes away from East Legon. That's amazing. That's amazing. Right, okay. So guys, listen, it's about taking note. It's about taking note. Lewis, yeah, those those glass doors. I've never seen that. I've never seen those. I've never seen it. I've never seen that. I've never seen glass doors. And they just weren't, it wasn't just one glass door, was it? That was like, I don't know what that was. I mean, it was, those were wide. That's about really looking at who's in the bathroom, right? So that's just for you and your wife, or I don't know. I don't know. That's for you and your girl, or you and your wife, or whatever woman you're dealing with. That's what that one's all about. Would you want to go toilet in front of someone? Would you want to go toilet? Would you want to use the loo? Right? I don't know about those glass doors, man. I don't know about those glass doors. And no, I tell you what it might be, right? Because I've seen here in the UK, you've got a button, you can press a button, and it might be one of those ones whereby you press the button and it frosts the glass. And then you press it again, and then it unfrosts the glass. So you've got that. I've seen that. Right, as weird as it is, yes, you press a button, it's special glass, which gets frosted, and then you press it again, and then it unfrosts. So it might be that. It literally might be that, right? Although it might not be. But anyway, right, so what I'm going to do, let's drop that down, and let's bring up the next one. Right, okay, so let's do that. Lewis writes, I have seen those glass doors tinted blue. Yeah, well, they come in different tints. But the bottom line is you can press the button and then it frosts. You press it again, it unfrosts. But yeah, but you would hope that that's what that one's all about. Otherwise, it's just about being and this just being proud of your body, man. Just going with it. Just going, that's cool. That is there nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing wrong with that one at all. Right, okay. So let's bring up our next one. Right, so we're gonna be having a look at this. Right, okay, so I've got two sets of pictures for this one. No doubt, let me just check that you can see it. Let's bring it in. Right, so for this one, I think you've got two different estate agents trying to sell this one. In the UK, you can go with as many estate agents as you want, but you've got to pay more money to each estate agent. You know, if you want to go with 2 agents in the UK, you pay more money. If you want to go with 3, you pay more money, right? Each agent will ask for more money because obviously they may not get the sale, right? But if they're going to do the legwork, then you got to pay them more of a commission, if that makes sense, up front, right? So I don't know if it works like that in Ghana. It does not work like that in the States, as far as I know. In the States, as far as I remember, because I did go to the States looking at property in Tampa and Orlando about 7 or 8 years ago, and it seemed to me that there's just one list that all the agents have got access to, and then they can simply basically set up their own company, and then just what they sell, they can sell, and then they get a commission for it. I'm assuming I think it works like that in Ghana as well, to some extent. It's not like that in the UK. All right, but anyway, right, this property that we've got up, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at this one. Right, okay, so this is 3,586,000 Ghana cedis. Let's see how much that is. I mean, you're probably beginning to work out yourself how much these property, that's if you're in the UK. Obviously, if you're in Ghana, then you've got this. But after doing this a few times, I think you begin to work out how much these are in pounds. Anyway, so this is £231,000. Let's say 232,000 British pounds. 232,000 British pounds. And if you remember, £1 is pretty much 15.5 Ghana cedis. That's £1, all right? So let's get back to this one. So what are we getting for that? What are we getting for £231,000? Now, remember, the average UK house price, and that's a 3-bed, well, it doesn't specify bedrooms, but most houses in the UK are actually 3-bed, right? So for £288,000, right, you get, or rather, that's the cost of the average house in the UK. This house that we're going to look at is £231,000. So that's about, that's 55,000 pound less than the average British house. All right, so if we look at this, right, you get a detached house with a massive front area. I don't know how many plots this is. It'll probably tell us, right? But again, this is a new build house, and pretty much, again, it's gorgeous, right? It's a new build, so you're going to get, this is what you get. You get a his and hers sink, tiled, again, as I said before, look, when you see anywhere that's tiled floor to ceiling, right, it means they've either got 3 tiles or that because you don't often see this in the UK. You just don't. It's expensive to do. It's expensive. I've not got that in my bathroom. You know what I mean? I'm not sure about the dark worktops. I know a lot of people like them. I like the grey. I like the grey units. I'm not sure about the dark worktops, but you know, that's just me being finicky. Finicky. It's got security bars on the windows, like Jamaica. a huge fridge. I love the units, actually. I love these units. Air conditioning. God, look how big that flipping bathroom is. Look, you can tell how big the bathroom is, right? Because you've got a bath there. But look, the shower is as big as the bath. Look at that. Let's have a look. That shower is as big as the bath. So you can gauge everything from that bath. And the bath looks gorgeous. The bath looks gorgeous. And you've got a walk-in closet. Again, right, Lewis, with these glass, God, what's that? Is that with these glass, I don't know, divider, separator, whatever, right? But you've got a walk-in closet there, right? So this place, again, this place is big. It's big. This place is big, man. Let me just have a look at something. Now I was looking just for the square meterage, but I can't see it. That's a shame. Anyway, right. So let's carry on. Right. Okay. So this particular estate agent, for some stupid reason, has only taken just a few pictures. This is good because this is of the outside. All right. So you can see it's lit, well lit during the night. But what I want to do very quickly, I'm going to drop this estate agent's pictures down, and I'm going to bring up pictures from another agent of the same property, right? So let's do that. I'm just going to make sure that I've got the right one. So let me get rid of that. Let's do that. Yeah, cool. Right, and then let me bring it in. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Let's bring it in. Here we go. Good. Right. Okay. So this is a different agent, same property. Right. Different agent, same property. You can see the price is slightly different as well. Don't worry about that. Just go for it's all the same. And no doubt, these agents would have seen other people, other agents selling it at a different price on these websites. And by the way, this is a website that I don't often use. It's called Gigi, if I'm pronouncing it right. Probably not. It might be called Juju. Not Juju. It's called Gigi, right? And they don't only sell property, they sell everything. But do have a look at this website because they've got a really decent property selection. Normally, I would use, the other one that I use for the last few lives called Mikwaza.com. But for this one, I thought, you know what, let me have a look at, let's try a different site. All right. But anyway, let's look at the pictures now that this agent decided to take. All right. So an electric gate, gorgeous electric gate, slides back to the right. Now look how big these rooms are. Now, the only way to really gauge how big these rooms are is to look at the door. That's a glass door. And you could see, judging by how big that door is, you can see how you can try and work out the floor space. It's huge. It's huge, and you could probably work it out as well by looking at that, looking at the ceiling as well, and the recessed lights. This is big. It's big. It's can you say that there's ever such a thing as a house that's too big? This is a big house. This is a big house. I'm not sure why they put a glass door there though, but anyway. This is a big house with wooden panelled cupboards. I wonder why they've got that. I suppose it's just storage. I love these glass and metal banisters, gorgeous. And that's look. So that stairwell has got a double height ceiling. Lovely. That's a lovely picture. Hopefully you're seeing all this. Yeah, you are. Good. Now remember, right, this is going for less than the cost of a UK house, less than the cost of an average UK house. Fitted kitchen. That's that massive shower. Probably get about 4 people in there. Not that you would want to, but you could if you wanted to. But I know we don't roll like that, do we, guys? Right? That looks like a crazy shower. So this is a nice house. This is a big, sizable, nice house for the money. East Legon Hills. 15, 20 minutes away from East Legon. But you're getting a decent house there for the money. That's what you're getting. Let's read. So you get 4 bathrooms, 4 en-suites, East Legon, an area called Ogbojo, if I'm pronouncing it right. Forgive me if I'm not. Probably not. 24-hour electricity, air conditioning, balcony, chandelier, dining area, dishwasher, ensuite, bathrooms, hot water, kitchen cabinets, kitchen shelf, pop ceiling, prepaid meter, tiled floor, and fitted wardrobes. There's an agency fee. So basically, that's their commission for finding you the house. That's their commission for finding you the house. By the way, what you can also do, you can cut the agents out and you could just go straight to the developer. If you can find out the name of the developer, just go straight to the developer and just say, look, I want to buy that house. I've got a solicitor. Let's just go for it. You can just do that. You do not need an estate agent. It's as simple as that. You don't need them. They make it convenient, like all estate agents do in the Western world. That's in the US and the UK. It's an estate agent's job to basically bring loads of properties to you or take you to see loads of properties. But you don't need them. You can approach a seller directly. Newly built 4-bed house for sale at East Legon, Ogbojo, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. All rooms are ensuite, comes with air conditioning, electric fences as well, water heaters, jacuzzi tub. Wow. A jacuzzi. So the main bathroom's got a jacuzzi tub. Brilliant. So that is a nice house for the money. That is an amazing house, I would say. That is a gorgeous house. What I'm going to do in lives to come up, we're going to be not only looking at houses, we're going to be looking at the surrounding areas as well. Because obviously, East Legon is basically an upmarket area. It's clean, it's tidy. There's restaurants there, there's bars there, as I said before. When me and the wife stayed at East Legon, we ate out, every night, and the food was nice. Basically, I'm not saying that it's a good thing to eat out every night. Obviously, we were only there for 2 weeks, okay. And I didn't personally go to, I'm not going on holiday to cook. Right? I want to eat out. I want to see the town, right? But obviously, if you're going to move there, or if you're going to be there for a long stretch of time, you're going to be cooking at home. But we just never did it. I think we did breakfast. Did we? Yeah, I think we did breakfast now and again, as in we made breakfast now and again. But I wanted to eat out. That's just what I wanted to do. Right? I don't recommend it for everyone, but it's what we wanted to do. All right. Okay, so let's drop that down. Well, I've just got 2 more to go, guys, and then we're going to call it quits. All right. So let me see. Let's get rid of that one. Right, so hopefully this is useful, guys. And remember, this whole stream is for men that are looking to move to Africa, basically. We're focusing in on Ghana for this live and for the next few, because there's so much. You got Kumasi, you got Sunyani, you got the Western region, you got Ghana's huge, and there's loads. It's a beautiful place, and there's loads of places that you may, as a man, want to settle down, right? So let's bring up this one, shall we? Let's share this one. Yeah, let's do this one. This is a nice one. Right, okay. Let's add this one in. Right, so you can see it. Right, this can't get rid of that sighting. Anyway, right, so this one's going for 3,240,000 Ghana CDs. Let's see how much that is in pounds. Let's copy it into our money converter. Right, let's do that. Right, okay, so this is a cheap one. It's cheap actually. So this is 209,000 British pounds. 209,000 pound. All right, 209,000 pound. As you know, 1 British pound buys you around about 15.5 Ghana CDs. When we went to Ghana before lockdown, it was something like 6.8 Ghana CDs, and now it's 15.5 Ghana CDs, right? So, you know, things have gotten more expensive, but you are getting more for your money. All right. Right. Okay. So let's have a good look at this one. All right. Okay. Right. So, okay. So you can see straight away, it's got a pool. Let's read the spec really quickly. So 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, balcony, chandelier, dining area, dishwasher, ensuite, hot water, kitchen cabinets, kitchen shelf, pop ceiling. So you can see what I like. This is my taste, right? Prepaid meter, refrigerator, sectionals. I have no idea what that means. Tiled floor, wardrobe, and Wi-Fi. Right, so it comes ready to go. 4-bed house available for sale with modern facilities installed, fitted kitchen, swimming pool, CCTV, automated gate, spacious compound, electric fencing. So basically, it's safe. All rooms have an ensuite. I think the only thing that this website doesn't give you is that, or at least I can't see it, is the square footage or square meterage. Right, I can't see. That would have been a big help. I mean, I know they're big, but what I did want to do is just compare them to houses in the UK. Basically just to ram home the point. But look, let's look at the pictures. So you can see it's got a lovely swimming pool out front. You've got a space to put the car next to it if you want to do that, right? And you've got a balcony to the front as well, and it's beautifully lit. So if you want to, you could have pool parties at night time in this place, man. You could have pool parties if you want to do that, right? So it's got a huge kitchen. Right, I suppose that would be for a double fridge, a double door fridge. This kitchen's massive. What can you say? It's just big. Where is the hob there? Oh yeah. There's. I think that's either the sink or the hob. Maybe they've left that space there for hob. I don't know. Right, so this is huge. Basically, I think that's the pool on that side. You may want to hire a gardener just to maintain these shrubs and all the rest of it, unless you want to do it. Personally, as I said before, I would be hiring someone, right? And the floor space of this building is massive, basically. I mean, you've got these cupboards here. I mean, it doesn't really make it clear what's a kitchen, so what's a bedroom, what's not a bedroom. I'm assuming that, is that a bedroom? No, or is that a living area? Or I don't know. No idea. But it's a big house. I'm assuming that's the name of the agent, Calvary. Right. That's one of the en-suites. And, so if the bathroom units are not to your liking, just change it. I mean, this is a new build, so they're still basically finishing it off. Hence, I suppose the glass there. I don't like that sink. I'd probably end up changing that sink personally. I don't like the tiling in this one, right? I don't. It's too dark. I'm sure it'd be great, but yeah, it's too dark for me. I prefer light tiling, but that's just me. Look at the ceiling. Look at that pop ceiling. Whoever does these ceilings, man, they are a crafts person. Yeah, I don't like these sinks personally, but you know what? They're all ensuite, and that's a traditional Ghanaian shower. I think. Obviously, in the UK, we'd normally put a screen on. In fact, they do in the last house. They had a screen on as well. So this place it's just big. All of these places are big. Yeah, they're just finishing it off. What they're trying to do is sell it before they finish it. So you got to, and another thing, when we went to Ghana, not the last time, but the time before. Which was, so I went to Ghana once before lockdown twice before lockdown and once afterwards. So when we went the second time, we looked at a lot of houses. You've really got to be there to begin to imagine the floor space of these houses. You've actually got to be in the space, because I'm not sure that the pictures actually do it justice. And on this website, it doesn't offer room dimensions as far as I can see, right? But I don't like these covers. I'll probably end up ripping them out. But then maybe it's just the pictures are not great. And that's the pool. That's the pool not filled. Right. So that's a lot for the money that you're getting a lot of house. You're getting a lot of house for the money. You're getting a lot of house for the money. You're getting a lot of house for the money. Lovely lighting at night. So again, that's one that's about pool parties. That's what that is. That is about pool parties. That's a decent house. That's a decent house for the money. That's a decent house in East Legon as well. And remember what I said before, right? So East Legon is like London's Hampstead, Belsize Park, the nice bit of Greenwich, not the scummy bit of Greenwich, the nice bit of Greenwich, right? East Legon is a nice area, right? Pretty much in the center of town. So you're getting a house for less than the cost of a UK house, less than the cost of the average UK house. You're getting a house in East Legon, prime real estate area, with a pool. That's what you're getting. How can you do better than that? It's not possible. Well, it is, because there's always a better deal, right? But this is a good one. This is a good one. This is a decent big house for the money with a pool in a brilliant area. You just got to walk outside, and then you've got you've got nice places to go. That's if you want to go out, right? That's a nice house. That's a gorgeous house, right? Okay, so I did say I've got one or two more left, so let me quickly drop that one down. Yeah, Lewis says that's a bargain. I think it's a bargain. Seriously, man, I think that's a bargain. I think that's a great bargain. Right, let me move on to the next one. Right, I've looked at that one already. Have we looked at that? I don't think so. So maybe I'll come back to that. Yeah. Let's look at this one. Let's do this one, shall we? Yeah, let's do this one. Right, I think this one coming up now, I think this one is the most expensive one. Have we? I'm pretty sure we haven't looked at that, have we? Or have we? Have we looked at that? Yes, we have. We have looked at that. Apologies. Right, let's drop that one down. Let's drop that down. Let's drop that down. Let's get rid of it altogether. Right, lovely. Right, and let's bring up another one. We've looked at that one. I think we've looked at that one. Looked at that one. We've done that one. Here we go. It's down there. Right, okay. Right, so let's bring that one in. Right, okay, so this is another house with a swimming pool. All right. And you can see the cost there, 2,655,000 Ghana CDs. You see the pool out front. And another thing you probably notice that all these houses, and it's probably, well, it is just my taste, all of them are modern designed houses, all of them. Ghana doesn't only have these types of houses in terms of new builds. They also, I mean, you can see the house next to it, even though that one looks like it's just being built. But you can, yeah, that one's just under construction, I think. Yeah, that one's just under construction. But you can see that's got a pitched roof next to it. I just happen to like the modern, the modern houses. I just really like them. So that's a personal choice. But anyway, you can see it's on for 2,655,500 Ghana CDs. So let me copy that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it into the currency converter. Right, so that comes out as 171,000 British pounds. Right, so this is over 100k under the average UK house price. For 171,000 pounds, right, you're not going to get a studio flat anywhere near London. You're not going to, for that amount of money, you cannot buy anything, I would say, within 30 miles of London. It's not for that amount of money. I mean, you might be able to get a, in fact, you're not even going to be able to get that. So, yeah. Right. Okay. So let's have a little look at this house. So you've got the price. You can see the pool in the front. Right. Let's go through it. Right, so this one's basically just been finished off. So I mean, just like anywhere, what you try and do is sell it before you finish it. That's what you're trying to do. So you're trying to sell a house, best case scenario, before you've finished it. That's what you're always trying to do, right? Even in the UK, everywhere, that's what you're trying to do. So this one's got what we would call in the UK molded ceilings. In Ghana, clearly they call them pop ceilings. Right, this one's just been finished off. So for some people, it's hard to imagine houses that are not finished, but I do encourage you to buy off plan from decent developers. Again, that's about you doing your homework. Basically, why am I saying that? I'm saying that because you're going to get a better deal. You're going to get a better deal. As soon as the house has been finished, right, the price goes up. If you can buy it before they've finished it, right, what they want to do is just, as long as they've guaranteed the profit margin that they want, then they're happy. They're happy. And always negotiate as well. Again, this is huge. This house is massive, right? Try to get an understanding of the scale of this house, bearing in mind it's just being finished, right? And it's a new build house. It's about you may look at this and think, oh God, it's a bit sterile. Yeah, because one, it's a modern design, it's a new build house. So it's about you putting your stamp on the house. Obviously, you got to put your own pictures up. Do you want rugs down? How do you want your house to be? And remember, these, not everyone can take a decent photograph, right? So this is a big house with molded pop ceilings. Lovely wooden doors. These door frames actually look quite nice. The photography's rubbish, because if it were me doing the photography, I would have done a close-up on the detail of the door, because people love nice wooden, decently made doors. And I think that is a lovely door. That's a panelled door. I've never seen it. Yeah, fitted wardrobes, fitted wardrobe space, fitted kitchen. Look at that cooker. Wow. I'm assuming all these appliances come with it, the cooker and the microwave. You get an island in the middle of this kitchen. So, this is a nice house as well for the money. That's a nice house now. And let's read a bit of detail. So 24-hour electricity, air conditioning, balcony, dining area, dishwasher, chandelier, ensuite bathrooms, and you get 4 beds with 5 bathrooms, kitchen shelving, microwave, pop ceiling, prepaid meter, refrigerator, tiled floor, wardrobe, Wi-Fi. Right, good. They've put the square meterage there. So the footprint, I assume, is that? Well, I don't know if that's the footprint or the actual floor space in the house. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it says 1,000 square meters, a newly built ultra modern 4-bed house with a very large swimming pool up for sale, 350,000 USD, which is 171,000 pounds. Okay. And the company is Royal Footprint Properties, who are acting as agents at the moment for this property. But just remember, listen, no matter what they say, right, I'm going to keep saying this, get your own solicitor to do the conveyancing. Don't let them say, you don't have to get yours, we've got one. That's crap. No, you get your own solicitor, right? You do your due diligence. You make sure, give and have a solicitor that works between your country and Ghana, right? And it's your job, right, to make sure that they're, whatever solicitor you get is fit for purpose. That's your job. Don't blame anyone else if it goes belly up. It's your job. Okay. I'm going to keep saying that because, some people like to try and blame other people for things they should have done. Right? But no, this is a gorgeous house. For the money, again, this is a good deal as far as I'm concerned. I've got to say, I love the exterior of that building. I love the detail. I love the fact it's got a balcony. I love that looks like a double front door. And you can, okay, so there's somebody standing there. I didn't notice them before, but you could see if that's someone standing there, you can begin to get an idea of how big that door is and therefore how big the whole house is. I love the detail in there. It's a detached house. And again, you know, this is about you making sure that the plants are growing. You know, you got to put your you know, your mark on the house. That's for you to do as an owner. And because this is in East Legon, again, if you want to, you could Airbnb this place out and get a company in Ghana to manage it. Or if you've got what Ghanaians call a houseboy, if they can be trusted, then they could, you know, they could probably handle the management of it. Maybe. I mean, me and the wife, we did a Airbnb in, God, where was that? I'm going to pronounce the area incorrectly. It's a place called Regimental. If I'm pronouncing it correctly, we stayed in an Airbnb there. The owner of the house was a pastor who we never met, but he had an annex that he rented out as an Airbnb. And I got to say, it was lovely. It was gorgeous. It was in, you know, the house was in a gated community, and it was nice. It was a lovely area. And it was, I'm only saying that to say that it was the houseboy that managed the situation for us, you know, did the day-to-day stuff. You know, he was also, the houseboy also was an Uber driver, which worked out quite nicely for us. But that was a good situation, you know, that was a really nice Airbnb that we stayed in. Okay, so that's that one. I think that again is a lovely one. Yes, Lewis. Look, my pronunciations are awful, man. I think Lewis has corrected me. Regimanual. I don't know. Anyway, I think you've got it. Anyway, you can Google it. But type it into Google Map, right? It's in Accra. It will come up. Apparently, a lot of politicians and famous people stayed in that gated community. Apparently, the an ex-president used to or still does live there. I mean, that's what everybody told us, which is interesting, right? I'm not trying to rub shoulders with famous people. I just found it interesting, right? And it wasn't that expensive, actually. You know, it was not that expensive, right? I'm going to bring up the last one. I am going to bring up the last one if I can find it, because I've got my tabs now. I should have been closing these tabs here we go. Found it. I should have been closing these tabs as I've been going along, and I haven't, but I have found it. Right, this is a slightly different property, right? This is a slightly different one, and it's a lot cheaper as well. Take a sip. And it's a lot cheaper as well. So this one is going, you could probably see the price in the top right-hand corner. Right, it's 2,040,000 Ghana cedis. So let's see how much that cost. Right, in British pounds, that is just 131, just say 132,000 British pounds. 132,000 British pounds. And again, remember, it's around about 15.5 Ghana cedis to the pound. Right, so let's have a quick look at this property and see what you get for that little bit of money. And just remember, I'm going to keep saying it, £288,000 is the cost of the average house, apparently, in the UK. You can Google that. 288,000 British pounds is the cost of the average house in the UK. Right, so this property, you can see, let's go back. Right, so you can see a balcony. Right, a balcony from left to right, which is lovely, and it looks like we would normally call it a sunroom there in the UK. That's just the side of the house. This is a detached house as well, right? These are some of the fixtures and fittings. that come with the house. Again, you've got that molded pop ceiling that I think is amazing. These rooms are an amazing size. Glass banister rail, if that's what it's called. This is the yard, right? So you get a big yard, electric gate. That's, if you want, that's where your security or your boys' quarters would be, I suppose. Let's actually read about the property very quickly. So you get 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, fairly used. So this is not a new build, is it? But it says fairly used condition, right? So this is just a house sale from, I'm assuming, the previous owner. That's the name of the company, Testimonial Building and Construction. You buy it unfurnished, you'd pay an agency fee, which I suppose is quite standard. I'm assuming that's on that's if you buy it, they would get a fee. 24 hours electricity, balcony, dining area, ensuite, bathrooms, kitchen shelf, tiled floor, air conditioning, chandelier, dishwasher, kitchen cabinets, pop ceiling. Okay. This is not East Legon. This is East Legon Hills. As I've been explaining, East Legon Hills is about 15-20 minutes away. Okay. So let's carry on with this. Is this a new build or what? I'm not sure if this is a new build or what. I'll do a little bit more digging. But anyway, that's a beautiful view. The one next to it is being built. Hopefully you can see this properly. Yeah, you can. So the one next to it is being built, but that view is amazing, man. That's another view of the courtyard. This one doesn't have a swimming pool. I know I've been spoiling you, right? But I love the greenery around the edges. That's really nice. The furniture doesn't come with the building, but that does look nice. It's got recessed lights in the ceiling. That's a top view of the balcony, from the front balcony. So that's a nice space. That's a lovely space. I'm assuming these are boys' quarters, but that looks quite small to be boys' quarters. Might just be for your security guard, if you want one. Don't know what that's going on there. That's the front of the house. It's almost what we would call in the UK a double-fronted house, but it's not, is it? It's a totally different design. I've seen that already. Right, okay, I think, is that another? Oh, no, I think we've seen that shot. It's the bathroom. Remember, 5 bathrooms. I think they could have given us some more pictures. Isn't it funny how agents don't do properties justice? But anyway, this is £171,000. I think, again, for the money, East Legon Hills, I think that's a good deal. And remember, this is about, and for men that are looking to basically get out of the rat race, get out of the West and find a life elsewhere. And as I said before, let's drop this down. As I said before, don't let anyone tell you, right, that you can't find the life that you want, fellas. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't find a life outside of the West, because you can. You can not only find a life, you can find, in my opinion, what amounts to a better quality of life. Emphasis is on the word quality. Your money's going to go further. You could probably remortgage your house in whatever part of the West you live. Take that money and go and buy one of these. It doesn't have to be a house. You may want to just buy an apartment. I've got a stream that I did about 3 weeks ago, whereby I just looked at apartments in ACCRA, right? You could just buy yourself an apartment. You could buy yourself an apartment for under 100K, a studio flat. We call them flats, studio apartment for under 100K. Start off at 60, 70K and rent it out, or rather just stick it on Airbnb, get somebody in Ghana to manage it and just basically live like that. Just make money off that. Carry on living in the West if you want, and then holiday to Ghana as you're finding your feet in the country. You could do that. And you could do that in any country, not just Ghana. You could do it in Nigeria. You could do it in Rwanda. I've got a friend who is a Rwandan who basically says that at the moment Rwanda is popping. You could do it in Uganda, Kenya, anywhere. What led us on to this? One of the things that led us on to looking at property is just the whole thing about saying, you know what? I want to find a life outside of the West, not just a woman outside of the life. No, a life, better quality of life. So part of that is about looking at property. Part of that will also at some point be about, finding the right relationship as well with a woman who actually with a woman who wants a leader, wants somebody, wants to stay married, not just get married, but stay married. Right. So all of these things are wrapped up together, but one of those things is definitely about finding the right place to live at a decent price point. We are going to be looking at houses that cost less than this amount of money. We've been looking at £288,000 because £288,000, as I've been saying, is the average price for a house in the UK. But we are going to be looking at houses that cost more, that cost less. We're going to be looking at apartments as well. And also we're going to be looking at, things like nightlife. Where is there to go in Accra? I know there's some amazing places to go. Listen, you can have a lot of fun, right, in Accra. You can have a lot of fun all night in Accra, right? We're also going to be looking at modes of making money, making a living. Right, more often than not, that's going to be about self-employment, some sort of self-employment, building some sort of business, adding value to the people, to Ghanaians and Ghana. Listen, if you're going to move to another country, in my opinion, it's always about seeing how you're going to be adding value to the country where you're moving to. All right, to the country, because remember, you're going there, right, as effectively as a guest, right? So it's about working out how you're going to add value to where you're going. How you're going to add value to where you're going. That doesn't mean that you're going to be that you're full. It doesn't mean that actually you're there to have people come and literally take you as an idiot. Now you've got to have your wits about you. This isn't about turning out your pockets and just giving your money away. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. In fact, I wouldn't advise that anywhere, even in your own country. But adding value can work and can happen in a million different ways. That's what I'm talking about, all right? How you're going to add value. And you can do that parallel to accessing a better quality of life for yourself. All right. Life for yourself, fellas. Life for yourself. You deserve it, man. You deserve everything you work for. And if you step out, right, if you make an effort to actually get a passport and go and travel somewhere, right, in this case, Ghana or the African continent, trust me, you will begin to see you begin to understand the quality of life that's open to you. That's yours for the taking, as long as you plan it and as long as you've got some assets to start the journey with. All right, that is what I'm talking about. All right. Anyway, guys, listen, I'm going to get off now. I've been on for a little while. I don't know how long I've been on, but I've been on for a time. Right. So, Lewis, thank you for joining us, bro. If you're going to watch this on the replay, subscribe to the channel and definitely hit the bell. And I will see you on the next one. I've got to say, I've not really been looking at the chat at all, but actually I have, because I've been looking at your comments, Lewis. But listen, definitely hit the bell, subscribe to the channel so you get when I'm on, you get the notifications when I'm going to come on, and I will catch you in the next one. Ciao.